Well, it's time for our chart of the day, and it's brought to you by gambling and the reopening trade. And I want to take a look at MGM. They reported earnings yesterday, and we're looking at net revenues in their regional business. This actually excludes the big properties that they have on the Strip. You can see an 11% increase over pre-pandemic levels in 2019. But we have another chart that shows you a not so good side of their earnings report. This is net revenues in China, $268 million for the first quarter, compared to $734 million. That's about a third of what they were hauling in before the pandemic. So obviously this linked to COVID.
Well, I was going to say that. I mean, 2019, obviously, that doesn't factor in what happened with COVID, but that tells you just how challenging the environment has been when you've got a zero COVID policy. People aren't going.
No, you can't.
You can't go. You are locked down. And so that's got to be really hitting them significantly at a time when MGM was making huge inroads in China. I mean, so much when you talk about pre-pandemic of the revenue that came in, so many of these companies from China and Macau.
Yeah, and certainly when it comes to MGM, the story very much the same with a lot of other gambling companies as well. The focus not necessarily on the physical properties, casinos themselves. Obviously, that's a big boon for their business, but also on online gambling as well. In the United States, a lot of states coming online in terms of being able to place live sports bets just on your phone. We know that's a big story, not just for MGM, but for Caesars, which also reported earnings recently as well. So very much an ongoing story. But again, when you look at that China business, that's supposed to be high growth for them. Not looking so good.
Well, and not just the betting online, but also conferences coming back. I mean, that's been a big boon for these companies, especially in Vegas.
Although conferences at casinos, I don't really know how I feel about that.